Hello, fam. It's your girl, Miss Diva Trucker, and I'm coming to you today. Hello, 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 hello. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to get started because in a few minutes, I should have some ladies join me, okay? So in a few minutes, they will, but until they get here, um, I'm going to talk about, give me 1 second. And tonight, if you guys want to come on screen with me, you are able to join me on the link. Okay, so I put it in the description box. Hey, Eric, what's going on with ya? So if you want to come on with me, you are able to do that. If you have any questions or whatever the case may be, yes, honey Shelly. Let me tell you something. I had went and got my hair done yesterday, right? So I'm not from Atlanta, so I have to, search and all that kind of stuff to see what's available, what's going on, how you may do it or whatever. And I went to this place called Decatur. Okay, it's like 30 minutes away. And oh my God, the first place I went to, they was not open. Okay, the second place I went to, they don't even wash your hair. They talking about you got to bring your own hair, then you got to wash it before you come and all this kind of stuff. So I was like, where am I at? Okay. That I can't go in and just get my hair done. So hey David, long time no see, long time no hear from. Um, and then I ended up going down to Stockbridge where you can walk in and everybody take care of you and make sure that you okay, and you go on about your business and you ain't there all day, okay? But I will not make the mistake and wind up in Decatur, okay? They was not ready. I wasn't ready. Okay. Went over there and I was like, oh my God, they got a Church's chicken. I haven't had Church's chicken in so long. So I was like, let me stop and get, the chicken special, right? So they had the 3-piece for $3 or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, okay, give me that. And then, hey, Tangela. And then the chicken didn't have no seasoning on it. It was like burnt or whatever the case may be. And I was like, come on now, how can y'all mess up Church's chicken? Like y'all is really not caring about the chicken no more. And then you wondering why ain't nobody in line and all that kind of stuff. Y'all can't even get the chicken right. So I was really disappointed in that. And I was like, oh my God, thank you, Tangela. But yeah, today what I wanted to do is I'm gonna have some ladies join me on the live feed. And if y'all want to join me as well, y'all can come in and we can chat or whatever the case may be. I got a little time. But I wanted to also, whenever I come on, I want to try to educate you on some things about the trucking industry. And one of the things tonight that I want to thank you, Geraldine. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about is about, let's see, who invented the story of Malcolm McLean, okay? And who is Malcolm McLean? So if y'all are talking about or thinking about getting into logistics, or you're in the trucking industry right now, and you want to expand and you want to learn more about logistics and how the supply chain work and how you fit in the supply chain as being a broker or agent or a manufacturer or a distributor or a warehouse person, or even being a freight forwarder. Okay. A lot of people don't talk about freight forwarding, and that is another type of brokering you can get into as well. And freight forwarding has to do with air, air, sea, rail, stuff like that. Okay. If you ever wonder, how it is that the some of our products came over to get over to us. If you want to know what is the thank you, Tomcat. If you want to know what's the top import, can anybody tell me this? Okay, y'all truck drivers. Okay, what is the number one top import that is shipped from out of the country into the United States? What product is the number one? And I'm gonna give you a hint. Let's just say it is a produce. Think of produce, okay? So if you had to think of produce, what would be the number one produce that would I wouldn't say it's a fruit, okay? What would be the number one produce that would be imported in the United States? Tangela got it. Bananas, okay? Bananas is a $1 billion industry, okay? They are the number one um, 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 fruits that we get from other countries. Why? Because bananas only grow in a certain area. Okay, bananas is known to grow in what is called the what is it? The Bible Belt. You know what the equator? Let me type that in. Bible Belt. Okay, and is it the Bible Belt? No, it ain't the Bible Belt. The equator. Let me see. The equator for bananas, and it's only grown in a certain area. Okay, so that's why only a small portion of the United States is, yeah, the Bible Belt is in the South. I'm talking about the belt that goes around. It's a certain area where the bananas grow, right? So that's why, and most of that part is not in the United States. So they have to import it in the United States. Okay. So it comes from places like Ecuador and stuff like that. And it is the top like import that comes into the United States. Number one is cheap. Okay, so like to the storage of a banana is like it could last for 2 to 3 weeks on a ship. Okay, so that's one of the things that you learn as far as your imports and your exports. Another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about too is the person that invented the containers. Okay, so we got intermodal containers, right? I'm gonna show you what they look like. If y'all been to the rail yard, you see these intermodal containers, right? So before they had intermodal containers, the union people, the laborers, they would have to hand load and unload all the products on the ships and things like that. So it took like a lot of labor to do that, right? So this truck driver, and his name is Malcolm. His name is Malcolm McLean, and he was a truck driver, and he invented what is called the container. Okay, so he did that. Let's see. Give me 1 second. He is the one that changed the rail yard and the industry and rail, because he is the one that invented the containers. Okay, so if you want to do some research on him, I would, to see how it all got started and how it changed and how they got now. Everything is so automated. So if you ever went to the rail yard or whatever, thank you, Lady O. If you ever went to the rail yard or whatever the case may be, you now see, you don't even see people loading containers or unloading containers. You only see these big old cranes. Okay. So it's like automatic. Okay. Can anybody tell me what is the cheapest way to transport goods? Okay. What would be the cheapest way to transport goods? Can anybody tell me that? That would be, is it going to be by air? Is it going to be by air, sea, land? It is by sea. Okay. Sea is the by having the cargo ships. Okay. If you ever want to get something shipped from one place to another, the cheapest way to do it is by sea. Okay. And the reason why is because once you get a ship to start moving, there's not a whole lot of fuel and all this kind of stuff that you got to worry about. Okay. So when you ship something by sea, hey Denise, when you ship something by sea, it is one of the least expensive ways to ship your product or get it into a country or whatever the case may be. Okay. So what they do is they take these and that's the reason. Remember when I was talking to you guys about the SAT code? Let me show you this. The SAT code and why you have to have a SAT code and all this kind of stuff. Okay. The reason is because that is how they identify what container is yours. Okay. So if you have a container you will have a 4-digit code, right? So that means that your container won't get lost. So they know who to give it back to. These containers can be dry, where they store dry food, and they can also be refrigerated as well. Okay, so you can put a lot of different, and then you can break it down. So if you got so many things going to one warehouse, you can put all that in a container, pick up the container, take it to the warehouse, and they can unload it. It doesn't hold up manual time, because you can drop that container off and then pick up another one, and once that's ready to go, pick that up and go. So the only time that you have to worry about individual fooling with this is when they're transporting it from the port to the place that it's going to. Okay, but these are the type of things that you want to get interested in. These are the type of things that you want to get interested in if you're thinking about being a broker, logistics. Hey, Sheila, what's going on with you? Logistics, the supply chain, learning how the warehouses work. Okay. So when I tell you about the vision that I see, as far as in the transportation industry, the vision is I played a part of the supply chain by being a truck driver. Okay. Because without drivers, we cannot get the products to the warehouses and things like that by land. Right. So that's one part of it. So you also want to know about, where you store that part. Okay. So now I'm working on getting what is called a warehouse. Okay. Because you can make money. You can have overseas manufacturers or overseas distributors, right? They will, you can do business with them for them to ship their product over here and you store it for them. So it may take for depending on what the product is. Give me 1 second. Let me see something. Supply chain. How do you play a part in the supply chain? So once you understand the trucking and the transportation, and you getting the freight there, you delivering it to the either the distribution centers or whatever the case may be. Then they will take it from the distribution center and they will go out and deliver it to these different stores and things like that. Okay, so but before it gets there, some of the products, they come from either by air, they can come from, or they can come from sea, they can come from, or they can come from rail, right? So the things that come from overseas, sometimes it can take a long time, okay? And especially if the product is not like worth a whole lot of money. When y'all ordering your little jewelry, your little, things that you get from China, your mask, or any little thing. If you ever been on wish.com or whatever, and you see a lot of their products and everything comes from either China or whatever the case may be, okay? So a lot of times those things take a long time to ship. Have you ever ordered anything from Wish? And the biggest problem that Wish has is that the time of the delivery, it can take some time. When I moved up here to Atlanta, I still had Christmas gifts coming in, okay, that I had ordered from Wish that was still, yeah. So what you can do as a broker or whatever the case may be, or somebody that's in logistics, you can set up deals with these people from overseas, and you can store their product for them, okay? Because you're helping them be able to get a certain product, especially if it's a requested product, okay? So whatever it is, for example, these little things right here, like this foot massager thing that I ordered, right? So if it comes from a vendor or a manufacturer or a distributor that is overseas, right? And sometimes you have to wait for a long time for all this stuff to come. You can be a warehouse for these distributors, and they will pay you for storing their goods. Hey, Junior. They will pay you for storing their goods at your facility, okay? So that's why it was so important for me to get to have, a warehouse, to also learn about forwarding, because when you learn about being a freight forwarder, you also have to learn about customs, okay? You have to make sure that paperwork is right. You have to make sure that everything matches up, because they can easily deny the freight from coming into the country if the paperwork is not correct, right? Okay, so that's one way too. So you can be the driver, do the transportation, drive the trucks. You can also have a warehouse where you're storing things, okay, for certain shippers. You may have somebody that is they call them assembly people, right? That will put certain products in a different box and load that all up on one truck and go to Walmart. That's why when Walmart gets their products to a store, they only get whatever it is they order. And there's so many different products that came from all over the place on one truck, right? So they have people working in the warehouse, right? They have those people working in the warehouse, and they do that all by computer. It will send a signal from, I I don't know, a grocery store or whatever. All they got to do is scan it. They will tell them how, it will say, how many they need or whatever the case may be. It will restock it. Once it gets to the distribution center or the warehouse, they already have a list of everything that store needs. And they already have like, like little robots and things like that. It's all computerized, and they pick up everything that store needs, load it on the truck, and it's gone. Okay. I've also looked in how much it would cost to get a cargo ship. Okay. So wonder if you not only you own the warehouse, right? And you own your containers, right? So what if you own the ship? Okay, so a ship, let's see how much a cargo ship will cost. Okay, so give me 1 second. Cargo ship for sale. Okay, so you can go on here and look up cargo ships. Okay, and see how much they cost. So cargo ships they're just a vessel that stores all kinds of products. And if you had one of those, you can actually get them for about $600,000. A small cargo ship, you can get one for about $600,000. So then if you buy the ship, and you got the containers, and you're working with the distributors, okay, over across seas, and you are able to arrange the transportation of their products over here. Not only when they get over here, you can store them in your warehouses, right? And then you have your own trucks that you can go out and distribute it to wherever they need to be, okay? Or you can arrange for shipment. All right. So if an order comes in for a product that is usually overseas, but now I store it in my warehouse, I can get it quickly to the customer. Do you think that is a value for people that own businesses online, businesses online, that would be a great value to them, just to have their product stored in the United States so it's ready for shipment when somebody orders it. Okay, so that is a little bit of how it all works. And I wanted to say that the person, I want you tonight, if you don't do anything else, guys, listen. Every day, take something and try to learn something new, especially if whatever business that you're in or you're trying to get in, try to learn something new, try to learn something different, try to know something more today than you did yesterday. Okay. It doesn't take but 5 minutes or whatever the case may be, but try to just learn something new. So if you don't mind, I'm going to play a little video.
Fresh oranges in December, wear American t-shirts from Cambodia, and buy iPhones made in China. And what can the story of an outsider tell us about spurring innovation? In the 1930s, a young trucker named Malcolm McLean pulled up to a shipping dock to deliver a load of cotton. It was the day before Thanksgiving, and McLean had been driving all night.
In the early morning, there was a lot of trucks there, maybe 20, 25 trucks.
He discovered it would take 9 hours for all the trucks in front of him to be unloaded and get their cargo stuffed into the waiting ships.
80 longshoremen will work today loading this one ship.
McLean was no expert in boats. He was a trucker, but he thought this was crazy. He asked the foreman, why not just take the whole trailer off the back of my truck and put it on board?
So McLean was a truck driver that was tired of waiting for his truck to be unloaded, and he was like, this is ridiculous how long it's taking. So when you saw them men, they had to do that manually. Okay, give me 1 second. Here comes Trista. She coming in, guys. But I want you to just look at that and do some research, and just it'll be something that you learned today that you may not have known about. Okay, but give me 1 second, and I will be bringing Trista on. Okay. There she is. Give me one moment. Hey,
Hey, girl.
how are you, girl? I'm sitting up here trying to play videos, child.
I'm fine. Listen, when you sent the message, I was actually headed to Walmart, and I was like,
Oh,
Lord,
okay.
let me hurry up and get back so I can get on this live.
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me introduce you. Some of you already may know Miss Trista, but her story, oh my God. You talking about a business owner, female entrepreneur,
Girl, don't make me blush.
you got about what 7, 10 businesses. I'm trying to keep up. Okay, every time you look around, she got a new business going on. Okay, so I want to be able to put ladies in front of you guys that are in the trucking industry and are doing different things, outside of trucking and their journey, so that they can share with you as well. Okay, Trisha, tell me a little bit about yourself, how you got in the trucking industry and how long you've been driving.
Okay, I got in the trucking industry because I was more so at that particular time I was a housewife. He was frustrated about drivers trying to get our dump trucks going. So I got in the trucking industry pretty much helping him. Okay, so then when I started doing like the back end of it, the insurance, hiring a driver, all of that stuff, I saw the money that that we were making, and I was like, let me get into it. So fast forward, I started driving. I started my career at KLM, stayed there about 4.5 years. Well, yeah, close, yeah, 4.5 years. Then I left Clem.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Roadrunner. I stayed there like a year and some change. Then went to Landstar. I was there about a year, and
Okay.
I have my own trucks that's leased on to a particular
All right.
company.
Slow your roll.
Oh,
Let's slow it down. Let's back it up. Okay. You went to KLLM. You was over there when I was over there, and went out with your trainer and all that kind of stuff. Did you? Then you went to Roadmaster, right? I mean, not Roadmaster, Road Runner.
mm-hmm.
So that gave you the experience of running off the low board. Did y'all have to run off the low board over there at Road Runner?
Well, first I got the experience with the road. I mean, with the low board at KLM.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So when I went to Road Runner, I did LTL. So with LTL, well, they were rolling out a low board, but we didn't have it at that point. So I did LTL. So basically, what happened is I might say, "Hey, girl, I'm going to be in your area on Tuesday. I want a load going to just say Maryland." And so your job is to kind of find me a load going there or offer me something. If they didn't offer me something, then at Roadrunner, you could work with different brokers. So I
Okay.
had two brokers that I work with. So if just say you offer me something I didn't want, then I would call the broker, and the broker would in turn find me something going wherever I wanted to go. So I loved Roadrunner, but it wasn't a whole bunch of women. And because it wasn't a whole bunch of women, like whatever you did in the summertime, okay, so I like to do the same thing pretty much. I don't mind changing it, but it's other drivers that just say, for instance, in the summers, they're up in Salt Lake City. Well, guess
Mm-hmm.
what? When it snowed, they want to run down here and run what the other people have been doing the whole year. And it was like they were trying to cater to those guys, but I'm sitting here like they're not pulling these loads for you when the weather's nice. They're up there where the loads are paying double. So
Right.
that's what pushed me to going to Landstar. I went ahead and got my own truck and went to Landstar.
Okay.
And
Let me ask you this. Your first year, what are some of the mistakes you made in your first year of trucking? What at when we was out there, we was rookies out there at KLL. Did you do any training too? Was you
I
training?
didn't do training at KLM. I feel the mistakes that I possibly made my first year.
Did you hit anything, girl?
I did. Oh yes, I did. Let me tell you. Let me tell y'all the mistake that I made, and this is what us women or people who have a family at home have to realize. When you're out there doing your job, focus on your job. My issue was, I had a husband at that time, and baby, I had checked the camera. And I didn't see anything on the camera, but the thing was, you get what I'm saying? That timestamp wasn't adding up, and you didn't answer the phone. So you get what I'm saying? I was all in my feelings, and guess what? I high hooked the trailer. What that means is simply I bagged into my trailer in Atlanta at ABW, whatever it is, that Atlanta bonded. So y'all, I backed into the trailer and I thought it was hooked. Any other time I get under there and check, but guess what? This girl trying to get from Atlanta to Jackson to see what's going on.
At the house.
Yeah, so girl, I bag up. I call myself doing a tug test anyway. So I'm so flustered. I did everything wrong, y'all. I leave out of there going the wrong way because I was supposed to go left, but I went right. So I had to make a U-turn. So when I went next door to do the U-turn, well, guess what? The whole trailer came off the truck.
Shut your mouth.
Trailer came off the truck. Any other time, I would have got under there and checked, but I had a lot going on. So that was the mistake that I made.
What you do?
Yeah, girl, the trailer came off.
Did you roll it up and try to get back under there?
Honey, the trailer came off and hit the truck.
Girl,
the whole trailer came off, hit the truck but listen, the people never told Clem anything about it. They got their the little truck they used to move the trailers. They got that truck. They got one of their whatever they had an electric jack. They got their jack, and y'all, they got the trailer up. They reworked the trailer. They took the fairing that was broke off my truck and never even told Clem. Now that was a blessing, but in turn, I had to ride around with that ugly fairing not on my truck.
Girl, listen, let me tell you something. Them KLL days was no joke. You learn really quick not to be snitching on yourself.
Exactly. Okay? I didn't tell Clem nothing. Do you know it was probably about 3 years later when they found out that fairing was gone? He was like, well, Trista, because I was getting some work done on my truck, and he was like, well, when you gonna do that fairing? What happened to the fairing? I said, honey, that fairing been off, because he was gonna try to give me a point for the fairing, but I'm like, you can't give me something that happened 3 years ago. Right.
So, girl, I wouldn't say nothing. If they ask me something, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I came outside and it was just like that. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I can't tell you. Somebody must have did something because I don't know. You know,
girl. So that was my mistake. When you're out here, this is your job. So you have to separate, home life to when you're on the road, because at the end of the day, anything could have happened. What if I had lost my job that day? I didn't lose my job, but I learned at that point to not kind of let what's going on at home.
That was a
mistake for me.
Yep. What about when you was training? What are some of the good, bad, indifferent? What you find where when you had people come in, because you only train? Did you only train women too?
I wouldn't train a guy, and it wasn't anything about me not trusting guys. It was more so I just feel better training girls.
Okay.
Now what I thought would be my issue was me training someone older, because I was in my late 20s when I first started training. But this is what my issue came in with younger girls. Now I had some good students, but a lot of times if the girl already had a guy that was in her ear that was in trucking, he was already trying to tell her, well, hey, you don't need to do this, or hey, don't do this. The trainer just making money off of you. My problem was when I started training, I would already have their atlas, the vest, the flashlight, so when you get on my truck, I didn't even bought you a little sheet set. I'm ready. Them people started lasting about a week. And when they would last like a week, that told me stop doing all of that. Hey girl.
Hello. Welcome to the round table, And there, Miss Famous Queen Trucker Child. It's hard getting in touch with you, baby. We got to make schedules, make appointments. I didn't know if I had to call the White House to see where you was or what. What's been going on with you in your first year of trucking? You still out there hanging on?
I'm at the truck right now. I'm eating because I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. I was like, but I need to get on this live because I was like, me and you been rescheduling. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna stop driving real quick, and then I was like, I'm gonna talk. Hey, how you doing? Hey,
Trista, that's Queen Trucking. I'm checking in with her because what happened was you came up on my 1 year when we did the video 1 year ago. when you first came in, and it came up on my memories. And I was like, okay, she done did a whole year. Okay. I need to go check in and see what's going on with her. What are you doing now?
Well, right now I still drive trucks. I've been driving trucks. But I was working at Navajo Express, but I don't work at Navajo Express no more. So now I work at another company, which I ain't gonna say. But I tell you, but I ain't gonna say it out loud.
Okay.
But I work at another company, and I do touch freight at this company. So now I actually touch freight. So yeah, it's a lot. I done been
Okay. Trista, listen. Well, Trista was telling us about when she was training and her first year being in the industry and all that kind of stuff. Trisha, what was some of the things that you found with the younger women that you had on your truck? What was the issues, the good, the bad, the indifferent? What were some of those things that you had?
What I learned is a lot of women are to me, some women are easily influenced by guys. And what I mean by that is, for instance, one girl, she had already told me, well, I'm only driving XYZ a day. That doesn't work for me. The other lady I had, I guess because I have a strong personality. Now, I didn't always have a strong personality. This developed after years and years of certain things.
Uh-huh.
Her husband was more so like, she got to be on the phone all day and all night. Well, the problem is when you start driving me, you're not going to be on the phone because you don't even know how to, get in the right lane and look. So you think, with me, I'm not going to keep you out a long time if I know you got a husband. So like I had told her, well, hey, we're going to swing back through Mississippi.
Girl, this how I feel. If I ain't getting on, you ain't getting on. We gonna both be out here all 6 weeks. How about that?
But this was the thing, though. That's why I only wanted students in my area. So if I swing by the house, you can go home. I told her, girl, you can leave your car at my house or at the terminal. She did. So when we came home, I'm not driving an hour and a half to drop you off when I told you to leave your car. So the problem came in because right before we were leaving Atlanta, he was like, well, either she bring you home or I'm gonna turn her in. So I asked him, I said, well, let me ask you this. Which rule do you want me to follow? The rule that says she's supposed to stay out 6 weeks, or the rule that says she's not supposed to talk on the phone and drive? So which one do I follow? Because if I'm going by the book, I'm not supposed to let her come home.
You gotta stick by the book. That's why you gotta keep them out there 6 weeks. No phone calls, no nothing.
That's what I did. I brought my butt home, and she slept in the truck because I wasn't taking her an hour and a half away. He came to the terminal and was just like, I don't want my wife with her. I want my wife with a white woman.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what he said. And I think it's because he's so used to her. Like, y'all, he had her giving him her training pay. And in training, they not making money. So was giving him her training pay. You already know where she was mentally. Now some women, I have a few that I trained and they love me to death. But it's some like that who he was telling her, you need to quit that job. Why you get what I'm saying?
Instead of encouraging her. Let me ask you this, Queen.
Yeah.
Child, did you hit anything yet? Have you towed anything up out there yet?
I mean, I may or not have took down a power line or two.
That's the power line, girl. That's the power line.
It wasn't my fault, you know what I'm saying? Because I was listening to my Rad McNally, not paying attention. I was listening to my Rad McNally, and my Rad McNally was like, okay, go down this street. Now, I team with my boyfriend now, and he was like, don't go down that street. But I was like, but the GPS say I could go. So instead of like actually listening to him, I just happened to go down that road. And when I went down that road, the power lines was low, but I thought I could make it.
Uh-huh.
And I guess the top of my trailer clipped the power line, and that was.
And you would just took all them lights out, huh? Internet and everything, huh?
And the man who lights I end up taking out. He ended up chasing the truck down.
Oh my goodness!
I just see a man behind me like pull over right now, and I was just like, oh my God, no! But luckily we handled the situation outside of work. So the situation got handled. So, you know, everything worked out for the best. But, you know,
Okay.
it was, I didn't, it's, yeah.
So, with you being in a year now, and what have changed for you from you getting in the industry to where you're at now? What's changed for you?
I mean, personally, number one, I done gained like a whole bunch of weight being out here, which is why I'm like trying to eat better now. I'm working out now. So that's one thing that's changed my health. And that's something that I feel like a lot of truckers that we forget. You know, we get out here, we sit down, we drive, we on the loads. We trying to get the money. And then our health kind of takes a back seat.
Right.
That's what kind of happened to me. My health really kind of took a back seat. And then when I just looked up, I was like, oh my God. I was like,
the face filling in.
I
Get
was
the
like,
double chin, girl. I know how I know. You ain't telling me nothing I don't know, okay?
I'm
Okay.
like, what's going
If you
on?
go back to my first when I went to school to when I got off the truck, it looked like I had everything about out on the road. It wasn't nothing I was missing out there. Okay.
I'm telling you, like, I was at Country Pride eating that long haul breakfast. Now my truck is at Country Pride.
My favorite.
Trista, let me ask you this.
It was Country Pride, but so so now, you know, I really try to focus on my health. I really try to pay attention to what I'm eating now. And I really want to just really incorporate that and take that into like the rest of my trucking, because your girl done gained a lot of weight out here, you know.
That's all right. It's all right. It's called good eating. Okay. It's called Southern living. You know, you're going to need that extra weight in the wintertime. You see what I'm saying? And then you can work it off in the summertime. Don't worry about it. Baby fat. Tell them it's baby fat. Okay.
Okay.
This is what I used to do. I used to say, girl, you think I'm big now. I used to weigh 300 some pounds. You know what I'm saying? So it would make it look like I was a little small. Right. Trisha, listen. Once you got finished at Landstar, right, with your truck, I'm gonna fast forward it up a little bit for you, because I know you may have to go or whatever the case may be. But I want you to take me up to the point where once you became an owner operator and you got with Landstar, what made you decide that you was gonna get your own trucks, like buy your own trucks? Because honey, tell us about that auction experience.
Okay, first thing first, I never would have left Landstar. The truck I had, the engine went out, and it was $18,000.
Oh, no.
So what ended up happening is, see, most people didn't know this part, but I did something I had never did in 6-7 years, and that's become a company driver. So I got with a company where I was doing about $2,200 a week, $2,500 a week. I was running team. That was honestly like a step back and the best thing I ever did. Y'all, I would have still been running team, but my brother got shot in August. So when he got shot in August, I came home. But I always used to do the auction thing years ago.
Who told you? Anybody tell you about it? You were just interested in getting your truck from the auction, and you didn't even go to the auction. You was at the house bidding on trucks, weren't you?
Yes, because that's what I used to do. So me and my ex-husband had a business where we would buy and sell cars from the auction. Okay. So because we both had busy schedules, we never actually went to an auction. We only did online. So even with the auction license, that's exactly what still happens. You get what I'm saying? Why I like the auction, because you can see everything. Okay. It's they're gonna do a walk around. They're gonna show a picture of the engine. You can just hear it. If you want to go in, you can go in, but at the same time, I'm not a mechanic. So whether I buy it online or buy it in person, it's not going to make a difference, really. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't know what I'm looking for anyway.
So number one, if you want to buy a truck from the auction, you have to have a license?
No. Okay. You don't. I just have a license. So you don't have to have a license to buy a truck from the auction. The thing is, really, to me, when you start looking at going to the auction, just start factoring in, how am I going to get this truck? You get what I'm saying? Look at the location where the truck is, because a lot of people just look at the truck. They're not paying attention that truck is in New York. They're not paying attention or even factoring in, how am I going to get this truck? Because a lot of people go and buy a truck and don't know how to drive. You get what I'm saying? So you need to factor in, how am I gonna get this truck? Because the thing is, I was driving Team Honey, and my trailer was up in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out how you gonna do what you gonna do. But one thing about me, every piece of equipment that I purchased, I always went and got my own stuff. I'm not paying anybody to go do anything because old girl can drive a stick. You know what I'm saying?
You went and picked up your own equipment.
Yeah, but
what about? Let me ask you this. So you sign up with the auction, right? You don't have to have no auction license. You just register. Do they finance you, or you gotta have cash, or what's going on with that?
They have all of those options. So for instance, this is the thing. You can finance the truck. That's gonna go with them checking your personal credit. You can do cash. Some auctions might require you to put up a certain amount of money up front, and some might not.
Okay.
Hell, you just look at the truck, but see, hold on. Wait. Let's stop. The first thing you need to learn: do not bid on that truck and it has 5 days left. You wait until it's on the last day, within the last 20 minutes. Why? Because it's plenty of times I could have won some equipment way cheaper than what I got it for, but it was people that were in there. Well, first of all, I don't know how long your money is, so the person that you're bidding against, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I know in my mind how much I'm willing to spend. But don't bid until the last. I don't bid until the last probably 2 minutes.
Okay.
But see, I'm gonna let you think that you got this truck, and then when it gets down to that last 30 seconds, I'm bidding. Why? You the problem? Like, y'all, I done won this truck. Blah 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 blah. So that last 30 seconds, you get what I'm saying? That's when the action starts. That's
what if you make a mistake? What if you hit the button and you ain't mean to hit the button?
I mean, it's gonna
take it back. Say, can you take it back?
No. The thing is, because really, like, it's gonna start it over for the last minute. You get what I'm saying? So if you been in the last 30 seconds, it might add a minute or 2 minutes back to it. But that's that adrenaline rush that I love. I'm being the last 30 seconds, the last minute, because the other person thought they had the truck.
And when they tell you that you won, like what they say, what they say,
screenshot it, and I'm getting ready to go get my stuff.
It come back on the screen and it say you won the truck, won the bid. Whatever you bid, you gotta take the money down there to them.
Well, honestly, for me, I used to always just bring the money with me. Why? Because I bid it on a dump truck, y'all. Drove way to some part of Georgia. Y'all, the bed of the truck had a tree growing out of it, and I'm in that instance, I didn't pay because they told me the truck was drivable. When we got there, the truck was not drivable. It was a tree growing out. The bed of the truck wouldn't go down. So even if we came to get it towed, you can't tow a truck if the bed is up. So in that instance, it worked for me not paying up front.
Okay. So you do have to give them some money up front, and then
on the actual company, because see, every place you bid at is different owners. They're just hosting the auction.
Okay. And once they give you the bid, right? You don't want to bid. Oh my God! Now what I'm gonna do? I gotta go get a truck.
Right.
Fly out there, and I'm here to pick up my truck. I pay? I pay about $7,000. I got a 2020 Peterbilt, huh?
I mean, now
can you get some good deals? Like, you
can't.
Worth it?
Okay, for me it was. Now let's go back. When I got my trucks, I'm trying to see. Okay, so when I got my trucks, I don't feel like I got a bad deal. I feel like whether your trucks, I mean, if you have them a long time, depends on really that driver that you put in them.
Right.
To me, that's what matters the most.
Do you want to share how much you pay for your trucks? Because you ain't got to, girl. You keep it to yourself, honey. You don't have to know.
Like, just say 10 a piece.
Okay, $10,000.
Yeah.
You bought 2 Freightliners for $10,000 and walk right on out the door.
Girl.
Huh?
Internationals.
It was internationals. Okay, 2 internationals for $10,000 and walk right on out the door.
And yeah, because the Freightliners now, they're gonna go probably about 15 each, depending on which one you get.
And they don't come with no warranty, no nothing, as is. Hope it start when you get there. and get to the house and get the house. That's all you need,
Have
right?
you ever got somewhere and it didn't start?
Huh?
Like, have you ever went to the auction and got a truck and it didn't start?
The damn dump truck, it did not them people tried to file a complaint against us. It was like they didn't give us the money. See, this is the thing. I'm big about recording stuff, even if I don't think, even I'm recording whatever, and I recorded because see they didn't file a complaint that day. We went down. They waited until like a week later and filed a complaint. And remember the auction job is to kind of protect the person that's selling the vehicle.
Right.
So they sent the complaint in. I said, no, let me send y'all these videos. I sent them a video of the bed wouldn't go down, the truck wouldn't start. He was like, oh, well, all you gotta do is pop the clutch. That's unsafe because if the bed is raised, how am I gonna pop the clutch? I mean, yes, you can, but I'm not doing it.
You down there at the auction shopping for dump trucks too?
That's where I started. You remember, I started in dump trucking even before I knew how to drive. I started in dump trucking.
Dump trucks, okay. So you went down there. You say, "Look, I'm here. I got my money. I'm ready to pick up my truck." Do you gotta have any kind of insurance to take the thing off the line?
Yeah, that's your stuff,
huh?
That's yours. No, remember, you're risking it when you go get it. I didn't have to have it. I didn't worry about it because when the auction's job is to solely sell you that truck. That's like when I buy a car. If they want insurance, that depends on the actual seller. But most of the time, they just want their money.
So you just hop in the truck.
Let me show you how I did. Just
you ain't got to get no temporary and nothing, or you just get in the head.
I got my title, girl. I got the title, my key, and let's go.
Shut up.
Listen, the guy met me in Atlanta, and baby, I met him at the Quick Trip, and baby, I bobtailed on to Mississippi. Okay, and then when I went to Texas, right on the other side of Shreveport. When it got that one, now the only difference about that one, baby, the air didn't work, but I still got my truck, I got my keys and my title, and baby, let's go. That's it.
So you the internet shopper at the auction, huh? You buy stuff.
I have to find time to do everything.
Ain't nobody. They don't need to be there. You just go pick up the truck, order it online, go get it, and drive it on to the house. And figure out everything else when you get there.
Listen. Let's go.
What about for your trailer? How much will trailer? Like if you was looking at a good trailer, nothing brand new or whatever the case may be. How much do you see that the drive-in trailers people can get at the auction?
The last trailer that I bid it on and won for a person, it was $7,500.
Oh, so you bidding on trailers for other people?
I will. I really will. Yep.
Oh, and they got to go down there with a truck and pick up the trailer and bring it on back.
Because remember, with the trailer, you're gonna see they're gonna take pictures of the inside. Well, honestly, if they want to sell the vehicle or whatever it is, if you call them and say, "Well, hey, can you take a better picture of the inside?" They will. Most likely, they'll email it to you. Okay. And that's what I did. And if it's not
up with the cash,
yeah,
cash on demand.
Yeah.
Y'all is rolling. Shut your mouth. 2 trucks trailer, just roll on out there and bring them to the house. Okay. Yes. And then get your drivers and put it in, put it on, or do whatever it is that you want to do with it.
Yes.
Are you happy that you did that? Do you wish that you would have did that a long time ago? Are you thinking about getting new trucks or used trucks, or would you try to go to the auction again to get more equipment?
Okay. Sometimes I get in my feelings because I'm like, oh, I wish I had did this back when I first turned 21. But I thought about it. If it had happened for me at 21, I wouldn't have been ready. You get what I'm saying? It still took me up until this year to be able to receive what I had going on. You get what I'm saying? So if something had happened previously, I wouldn't have knew what to do. God would have just been giving it to me and I would have been messing over it. So it took, me going through the relationship issues, because remember, if a lot of people go through a divorce like, oh, I hate him. I'm thankful for him because the stuff that I learned from him, I'm able to take that and, be able to build with it, if that makes sense. Now, it was some things I don't feel I should have gone through, But for the most part, I'm thankful for.
Because you got a lot of knowledge out of the industry that you wouldn't have had if you wasn't married to the person that you was married to.
Mm-hmm.
Queen, listen, girl, how's your love life? What's going on? Huh? We about to get in your business. What's going on? Is the man still at KLLM? Last time we checked. Last time that I checked. Okay. No, you know, don't share nothing with us that you don't want us to know, girl, because you know we can't keep our mouths closed. We be out there telling it. So what's going on for you, and what are your plans of the future, or what you want to accomplish, or things like that? What do you want to do for 2021 in the trucking industry?
So I'm happy that you asked, because you know you definitely are in this lane. This is your lane, and I was actually thinking about because, well, first of all, I'm definitely going to continue trucking through the rest of 2020, 2021, and then I'm going to continue trucking into 2022. I really want to save up enough money, because my plan is to own property. I want to own land. I want to own a house. So this is something that me and my spouse are working on. So we're still together.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry, because last year it was a boyfriend, fiance. Did you say spouse? I'm sorry.
No, he's still my boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if I needed to send a gift. I didn't know if I needed to, send a gift or something, or what. I'd have missed something. I missed the wedding. Oh, okay. All right, that's okay. Claim it, name it, claim it, receive it. Okay.
I've been with this man for 7 years at this point.
Spouse. It is what it is, girl. It is what it is. Okay. So what's the plan now?
But so at the end of 2022, I do want to own property, and I do want to own a home. But when I get off the road, I want to start having children, because I don't have any kids. And
You young. You in your 20s.
Yeah, I'm 26. I don't have any kids. So by the next 2 years, I want to try to have children. But I do also want to try to get into dispatching. I feel like once I actually get off the road, I actually want to become a dispatcher. Like, that's something that I feel like, I know the industry. I've been out here on the road working the industry. So now I'm ready to get behind the driver and, actually dispatch. Because I feel like I'll be a great dispatcher, like, just to be honest.
You will. And what's going to give you the edge is that, you've been out on the road. So it's going to give you a lot of knowledge, because you're going to know how to run them. You're going to know about their clock. You're going to know about all that. So my suggestion would be, since you do plan on driving out there for a year, start building your clientele out there on the road. Okay. Start talking about it, letting people know, hey, I'm about to get off the road, or whatever, the whoop. Once I get everything set up, would you mind if I run your trucks for you, or whatever the case may be? Just keep networking out there. Right. And then by the time you get ready to get off the road, you've been built that clientele and have everything set up that all you got to do is get the load boards, figure out their plan. You already been out there, so you know how long it take to get from point A to point B, what I'm saying? And you can be able to keep them going. So as long as you're able to do that, you don't need you about, 20, 30 trucks or whatever. All you need is to get you a good, maybe 5 to 10 trucks.
Right.
And you're good to go.
Right. See, and that's why I was like, this is definitely in your lane. Because I was like, I see you hosting classes, or, you hosting sessions with dispatching. And I was like, I'm probably going to have to come and sit.
Girl, let me tell you something. These men is getting these women in these classes. You hear me? Right. Now they calling on their wife. Miss Tim, I got my wife on the phone. She need to be in the next class. It ain't no joke, and it's good that they want to bring their spouse into a career that they do already. And they can see the benefit of having that helpmate. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it's a whole lot of things that, whenever you ready or whatever the case may be, girl, you ain't nothing but a phone call away. You hear me?
Exactly. So that's definitely what I want to, that's definitely the path that I want to take. I've been out here, I've been running, I'm still learning a lot of stuff out here on the road. And, I'm going to continue to learn stuff out here on the road, but I'm definitely when I'm ready to finally cut it quits on OTR, I definitely want to become a dispatcher. Like, that is definitely something that I absolutely have my mind set on, and I know for a fact that's something that I definitely want to do. So yeah, so I was just like, okay, you hosting classes. I was like, I'm gonna have to
you gotta come see me over here in Georgia, girl. Look, I'm over here in Georgia. Okay.
Right.
You gotta come see me over here in Georgia. But I wanted to check in with you just to see how you was doing, get an update on you and everything, and let you know that I'm really proud of you because you really work hard. You're out there doing it with the same person that you've been with, for 7 years. Are you glad that you did make the decision to come in the industry after a year of being out here on the road?
Oh, absolutely.
Is there anything else you think you could have been doing at this time? Well, it's winter time right now, so.
Yeah, because before I even got into trucking, I was a security guard, and the money that I make now, especially with what I do now versus then, it's definitely, I've been able to see a lot of stuff. My bank account, done caught the Holy
Got
Ghost.
a couple of zeros in it.
Okay,
girl, don't it feel good?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm actually very happy that I made this decision. It's definitely took me out of the area, and it took me out the hood and just pretty much showed me things that a little country girl from Dallas didn't know was out there. And now I don't regret making this decision. I absolutely don't. If I had to go through everything that I went through with Prime and I would do it all again. Yeah, it's just I do it all over again because I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be making the money that I'm making. I wouldn't have learned the lessons that I learned. Like I'm happy.
Living the dream. See, as long as you got through that training period, and getting all the truck and out there by yourself and all that, that's when it starts to change for the better for you, So I really want to let you know how proud I am of you. You was on my mind. I'm, not gonna let you go. Okay, you still out there hustling, doing your thing. I see your little sexy pictures you got on Instagram. I said, no, you ain't gained no weight, girl. Please, you out there on the beach and all. I said, girl, look at her. She out there just doing her thing, ain't she?
Living it up,
girl. I'm trying to look around. It's a new vacation. I'm on the beach. I said, "Ooh, child, trucking has changed folks' lives."
No, yeah, seriously,
that's good, and it's good, that you out here, especially with your spouse or whatever, and that y'all able to do it, together. But girl, go ahead, knock it out. Get the real estate, buy some land, okay? Because I'm finna go get me some chickens and all that kind of stuff. Okay. I'm about to become a farmer. All right. So I'm about to plant some collard greens and all that kind of stuff. Okay. And look, and yeah, you better come and see me. Stop by and see me off of 75. And whenever you're ready, to learn about doing that or transitioning into something like that, girl, let me know.
Oh yes.
Let me know.
I'm gonna
girl.
It's coming. It's definitely coming. Like once I get the house, like that's it. I'm off the road.
Just get you a couple of acres. Just a couple, like 1, 2. Just get by yourself. You don't need no neighbors, no nothing. Just 1 or 2. So you can stretch out. Just stretch out.
Like you. I'm trying to be like you over there. I see you looking at the land. I'm trying to be like you, basically.
Girl, I'm just trying to keep it moving. Sometimes I don't even know how I keep it all together, but it ain't nothing but the grace of God. And all I can do is just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we got to do. But I just want to let you know how proud I was with you. And I wanted to check back in with you just to say what's up, girl. Please don't forget about me, okay? I know I'm off the road or whatever the case may be, but I'm just on 75. Come through and holler at your girl, okay?
I will. But I'm gonna because I gotta start back driving. So
all right. Well, I will talk to you later. Love you. Take care. Be safe. Tell your man I said, hey, and you better take care of your girl. Okay. I holla.
Bye.
Trista.
Hey girl, what's up?
We done went to the auction. We done brought some trucks. A trailer. We done got it all to the house with no nothing. Picked up the titles and everything like that. Ain't that enough for you to do? I mean, you got your license, you got your drivers, you got your trucks. Ain't that enough? Ain't that enough income for you coming in?
It is.
Okay. What is that you doing now?
Okay. See, I was trying to move the camera so we wouldn't see you.
I'm all in the background. I'm all back there.
Okay, so
Tell me what you do. What besides trucking that you got going on?
okay, I have my own CBD store. So
Girl, is that what the gloves is?
yeah, I had to, do make a little pre-roll for somebody real quick.
You have opened your own CBD store.
And yes, not only now this will be the first of its kind here because most of the dispensaries only have just CBD. My store will have a salt room along with massages as well. I had a
Girl,
lady.
who you finna get in there to do some massages? Men?
I don't know, these people are not showing up, but that's okay.
What's
Because
the address?
look, what happened was I reached out to some massage school. Well, I reached out to one massage school, and when I tell you this woman came to my store today, and she said, "Hey, I'll help you get your business going." She said, "I have a few people that just finished the school that have their license, and I'm gonna send you their name. You can interview them." And I just learned how you interview massage therapists is they give you a massage.
What made you get into the CBD store, owning a CBD store from trucking, girl? How you do that?
Well, I used to go to California when I was driving, and I thought I'm a curious person, so I get to researching. And in California, it was about 500,000. I didn't have that, so when
Down? Like, that's 500,000 down?
pretty much you gotta, have certain assets and stuff in place, and I didn't have that. So when it came here to where I am, I was like, cool. So that's how I kind of got started. I'm excited. It's a whole different market. I'm not used to it. It's pushing me to get out of my comfort zone because I'm not used to having to talk to people. Take that back. I'm not used to having to get on live and
Marketing is called marketing to people. Yeah. It's bringing you out your comfort zone.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's getting.
Girl, what's going on? You got a customer or something?
Oh, you're good, girl. You're good. This is my cousin, so it's legit.
You got a customer?
Yeah, girl.
So you went and got your was it hard for you to get it where you got it now? Like the license? Do you have to have a license and all that kind of stuff?
That all depends on the area you're in, if that makes sense, because certain states may not require CBD is really no licensing required. You just have to go to whatever city or state to see how they feel about it.
Okay, now educate me because I'm a little slow, right? Is CBD and hemp the same thing?
Well, okay, so it's hemp CBD. I think you're referring to so CBD and marijuana is two different things. Okay. The levels of the THC is what makes a difference in the two. So it's kind of like a mom that has two different dads for their children. You know what I'm saying? Only certain things make the kids different.
Okay, so you don't get high. You get high?
You get relaxed, honey. So I had a lady that came in today and she was like, "Oh, well, I had some gummies and I didn't wake." She said she had some gummies and it was something. I said, "What you're describing is a high." And I said, with CBD products, you're going to get relaxed because they work more so with the pain and everything, the neurotransmitters and all of that stuff. You're not going to get high. You're not going to feel like you're floating in the air. That's only with THC products. And like I told her, you have to be careful because no real edibles will ever be like Skittles or Jolly Ranchers or none of that. You get what I'm saying? The edibles not produced that way. So that's something that somebody made at home and they're selling it to you like it's real. And that's why most people end up in the ER because here they go taking these edibles that's 1,000 milligrams and they eating two and then they're in the ER because they feel like they're about to die. CBD products will not do that for you. They're going to relax you. They're going to take the pain away.
Okay. So it's a medical thing. It's something that you can use to help with pain and stuff like that, but you're not going to get a high off of it, right?
Like I have a few people who, like my cousin is here now. She has MS. My stepsister has MS. And, like I tell people, especially the ones that smoke, I want them the ones I want. I want the ones that smoke because
Know what? Marijuana?
Yeah, I need you to come in here and try these products and you tell me exactly how you felt when you tried it. Now, if you come in here, it's kind of like if you were a virgin, you know what I'm saying? Like the difference would be how you handle, for instance, it's not, if you're a virgin, you're gonna take it easy. You know what I'm saying? But when you've been around this road a couple times, you get what I'm saying? You know what's about to happen. So that's the difference. So if it's somebody that's tried marijuana, then I know what to suggest. Don't come in here like you've never tried it and this, and this, and then you tell me, oh, well, I didn't feel nothing. Because a person that has never tried marijuana, these products, they're gonna feel something. But if you're somebody that's tried marijuana, then I know which road to suggest for you. You get what I'm saying? It's
different. Girl. So you got different levels.
Yeah, you have different levels. Like right now, she's saying that she wants the drizzle popcorn. Like these are my favorite. I'm not soliciting on your live, girl.
Okay, I ain't worried about that. I'm trying to see what's going on. Like I really want to, figure out what these folks see and all this stuff.
Yeah, girl.
Drizzle popcorn.
Yes, that's my favorite because with that drizzle, honey, with the drizzle popcorn, I eat a few, and that's all I need. Because my favorite is the bath bombs and the popcorn. But some people might not like, because I don't want to smoke every day. If I do smoke, I'm gonna do about 3 puffs because I'm not trying to smoke every day.
You smoke it?
Huh?
You smoke it?
I mean, I have smokable products. I have products that you can eat. I have the bath bombs if you don't want to do any one of them. So it really just depends on what you want to try.
I want to try the massage as soon as you get the male therapist up in there.
Girl, see, why do you have to throw that out there? Male therapist. What are you trying to say?
Okay.
I don't know. What are you trying to say?
I just said, I need to be relaxed. That's all. That's it. That's all. But okay, other than that, child, listen. You got the store. What about can you sell online or do people have to come in the store?
That's my favorite, to sell online, honey. Like, okay, so the thing about selling online is all you have to do is pretty much go online and look at what you want. Like, because the problem is no companies are supporting CBD. So certain pictures might not be on there, but if you reach out, most pictures are on there, but some aren't.
What's the website?
Oh, hempworldmedicine.com.
Okay. And they could go in there and look at your products and order it if they want to, and you'll ship it out to them.
Yes, and girl, guess what?
What?
It should be done by Monday, but Monday I'll be on Leafly, honey. So
what's that?
Leafly is like the number one marijuana, number one business for number one website in this particular industry.
Okay.
So basically, for instance, if you wanted to I'm about to get the cones. If you wanted to know about a product, you would go to Leafly. It's Leafly. And so when you're on Leafly, it's going to tell you everything you need to know about any particular CBD or marijuana product.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So that's the that's one of the things that I like. It's all about me. Okay. Thank you. In this, it's all about me pretty much finding my own way.
What made you think? I know you said you went to California and all that kind of stuff. So you just got really interested in the products and what it does as far as healing and all that kind of stuff. And you just said, I'm just going to open up my own store. How has it been for you since you've been open?
Okay, I opened in December 11th to be exact. I did a soft opening a couple days before, but December the 11th was like the day that I chose because this is significant for me. But anyway, it's been going. Now, the thing is, and what I'm learning is, because one of my coaches used to always say, do not rely strictly on social media to get your business out there. And it wasn't until Facebook put me in Facebook jail that I understood what she meant. Because with my credit business, you know what I'm saying? That was, that's gonna travel word of mouth. But with this particular business, that particular
You have to be careful.
Yeah, when I was in Facebook jail, nothing happened. Like I didn't have customers. It's different because I'm in trucking, what you're doing. My trucks are sitting while I'm over here with this venture. So whether I eat or I don't eat is, it's surrounded by this. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna eat, you know what I'm saying? But my success is all around this particular store. I knew this was for me because in 7 years that I've been driving, I have never stopped driving to do anything, but besides take a vacation for 1 week. So I never just stopped. So I haven't driven since August. So when I ended up letting my last driver go, I just said, let me focus on this, because a lot of times people tell you, you have to focus on one thing. So, I reached out to my credit clients. They understand what's up, and that's been kind of slow with results because of COVID. I'm still working on them, but my primary focus was getting this baby going. Because
once you get it up and running and all that kind of stuff, then you'll be, good, because it is a popular, everybody is doing that. And a lot of people have all kinds of aches and pains and all that kind of stuff. So people, do believe in the product and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was another one of the things I was going to, talk to you about, or tell, mention as well, about your credit business. You know what I'm saying? So with the COVID, how has the COVID affected with you doing your credit repairs and things for people? Is the bureaus, are they slow now, like responding? What's going on with that?
They are kind of slow, whereas you used to could get, like, seriously, no BS. My dispute team, they send stuff out, and I know when they send it out because they send me a copy of what they sent on that particular person's behalf. It's people, they'll hit me up, I didn't get any mail. So the problem is the bureaus, they now have 60 days to respond to a dispute. It normally was 30 days to 45 days, but now they have 60-day minimum. You get what I'm saying? So people are not getting any mail, or first of all, most people don't check their mail. So in my mind, I'm like, now I know you got something, and it's not just one client, it's several. Well, most of them are saying they haven't received any mail. So it kind of makes you feel like, well, how do I keep charging you when you're not getting mail?
Right.
And I try to be an honest person. I try to put myself in that particular person's shoes. But at the end of the day, I have to look at it from a business standpoint, because my dispute team still has to be paid. When I'm sending stuff out on your behalf, it still has to get paid for. So
and you're still working. I mean, you're still working doing it anyway. Let me ask you this. What's the lowest score that you had from somebody that you turned their credit around? What was the period of time, and what was the highest that you was able to get someone's credit?
Okay. This is the thing. Like, the lowest I've seen is like a 382.
Girl, no, a 382. How you get that? How a person, is it a lot of like bankruptcy, or just
no? It's more so,
or not having established credit.
It's probably a mixture of late payments, late student loans, and stuff like that. Because honestly, bad credit is the best to work with.
Okay.
Why? Because when a person doesn't have credit, it's a little harder trying to get people to give them different accounts, because they don't have any credit, they don't have anything established.
Okay.
Typically it's about, I think you could be done with the program in 6 months. So it doesn't always take 6 months, but a lot of times people are looking for a quick fix. That's why most of my clients, some of them, like, I really want to work with people who want a business. Why? Because the ones that want a business tend to be a little more serious. Because, see, let me tell you, it's some people that might want a house, and when they want a house, they just gonna do what they need to do at that particular moment. And the house, they gonna go back down the wrong road.
Y'all, I'm sitting up here eating my little pomegranate. Girl, I love these things right here.
Now I did just buy a drink, but a pomegranate. Girl, the lady that I told you came in to help me with the massage thing, she put me on these different drinks, and I bought a some kind of pomegranate kombucha or something. Girl, I'm about to see. I'm about to show you. Hold on. But whatever it is, but
What is that?
I don't know, girl. Hold on. You see it? Wait.
Yeah, I see it. What is that? What is that? What's it supposed to do?
She said it's actually supposed to help your digestion and a bunch of stuff. So I went and got me some probiotic pills.
That helps.
So I'm trying to get on track. And just, really try to start. I'm an emotional eater. So, if I'm under stress, like I'm under stress now, then sweets is my best friend. I like stuff that's gonna make me feel good. So, honey, I ain't gonna tell you, but I went and got me like 2 Snickers earlier today. So
What?
I'm trying to get myself together.
Girl, I'm not an emotional eater because it doesn't matter. I could eat. I see it, and I'm bad about going in the grocery store. I cannot.
Don't go in the stuff.
Girl, I can't go in the grocery store and just get some eggs or some milk or whatever. Every time I go, it's a problem because every time I go in the grocery store, the cart is like filled up, and when I get there, it's like, oh my God, why did I get all this stuff? You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, I gotta go back 2-3 days later. Okay, like
And I think you probably cook
put in
more.
there. And I cook. I hadn't had a chance to cook on a truck. Like when you
That's
got
true.
a stove and a kitchen
Yeah.
and a refrigerator. Girl, I'm trying to cook everything. You hear me?
You can have one. I'm not cooking. Like I might cook, if the boo thing comes into town, but he really needs to tell me when he, like I need to kind of know because I don't think I'm gonna cook every day you're here. But I might give you at least, we gonna eat good. But me just cooking, I don't know. I'm trying to get back into those, that vibe, but I don't cook a lot because
I'm just trying. Yeah, I'm just trying stuff that like I ain't had in a while. You know what I'm saying? I only got 4 pieces of fish. I fried 2, put 2 in the oven. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to see the food. I just want to see it. Not necessarily that, I'm going to try to eat everything, but I want to see it. Like I be doing full course meals like collard greens, cornbread, macaroni and cheese, candy yams with the turkey necks in them. Like it's Thanksgiving.
I'm not.
On a Tuesday.
No, I'm not. Now you catch me on the weekend, I might go ahead and cook. But it's just me. So most of the time, if my brother and his wife or my mom or something don't come get some food, then it's going in the trash.
Right. I too, yeah. Yeah, but girl, I just want to check in because, honey, let me tell you something. If they give an award out for female entrepreneur of the century, child, you be in the running. Okay. Let me tell you. I'm trying to keep up. Like, what? She done opened up another business this week. Girl, you were flipping it so fast. I didn't know what was going on. Every time I looked around, a truck was coming down the street. Then you
not start.
The credit over here. I was like, well, girl, this is the entrepreneur of the year.
I think my goal, when my sister died, what really just was that shifting point. And then, I went through a period of isolation like these last year or two, and it was, because I used to be on, when we doing our shift, we on the phone all the time. And, then God started removing people. And when he started removing people, my vision became clear.
There you go. There you go, honey.
And so my goal is to retire at 40. So I still have 8 more years.
You 32? 32? Girl. Child.
And I want to start working on kids soon.
Girl, I will be 50 this year. Mine is 30. Hold on, girl. 40. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm 50. Mine is 32. I'm 18 years older than you, Trista.
You what?
18 years. Girl, I got a lot of work to do, child. I got a lot of work to do. I got catching up to do.
I'm still trying to get into those broker classes. So,
girl, let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on, but every day I get the emails, the voicemails. And what I'm afraid of is that I have, like, 7 people in the class right now, and I'm very excited about that. And they learn it, they getting it. We on the phone doing calls, like we hustling it, and everybody's able to, participate and see the lows. I got one girl that is just knocking it out the park. Like, you don't even have to ask her to do anything. She done already loaded up the put thing on low board, already know how to negotiate. Girl, she done got a customer, an aerospace customer. Girl, they getting customers. I'm like, they getting in the EDI systems and stuff like that. And what I don't want to happen is I don't want it to be so many people that people get lost.
Right. And it loses that personal touch.
Right.
I get what you're saying. So
it's like with 7 people, I'm able to keep an eye on where you at, how many calls you made. Let's do a one-on-one. Let's call. That's what we did 2 hours this morning. Let's make some phone calls. Because when you pay that attention, it's like you getting into a new field, and you really have to pay attention and the word on word and one-on-one things. And not only that, they're gonna need you. Like for example, one of the ladies had a question about, okay, she was getting ready to set up a steel account, right? Mm-hmm. And the steel account, they wanted a flatbed with a kit. So stuff like that, you got to be there to be able to assist them through that, so that they're telling the shipper the right thing, and sending out all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of hands-on. And one thing I don't want is to have a class where it's 50, 75 people. There is no way in the world.
Because people do that because they're more so about the money. You know what I'm saying? And you honestly, if you like, it's just like, for instance, with me. Like, I don't take everybody that comes to me for credit. Why? Because I know, see, the difference in my program versus Lexington Law is you can't call Lexington Law about a business question. You can't call them to help you figure out what you need to be doing. So not only am I helping you repair your credit, but I'm more so like a life consultant, because we talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're running things by me. So you have to keep that personal touch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People do that. Oh, well, I'm teaching this class and this, and this. So everybody's signing up. Why? Because they're not going to turn the money down. But at the end of the day, you have so many people that's saying, oh, well, I paid for the class, I didn't get it, or I did.
That's why I tell people, do not pay for my class, because I don't want to be obligated. Right now, you know what I'm saying? When you got a core of people and they're learning, you got to make sure they straight.
Yes.
Before you go and take on something else. Because if your core is not good and you go and take on somewhere else, they're going to fall off. You see what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that they are good. They can answer the phone. They don't need no attention. They moving straight. Paid. They doing all this. And then once they're able to do that, then I can step to another group.
Exactly.
Give them my full attention. Because I'm not, they moving the loads. I'm not moving any loads no more. So any customer that I get, now I get on the phone and call shippers and all that kind of stuff. But any customer that I get, it goes to them.
Right.
So they start posting those next week. We do the calls. I have to check in, make sure, okay, how many calls did you make? Who you call, what, to make sure that we're engaged so that I don't lose anybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, it is your prerogative that if you're working or you got other things going on or whatever the case may be, and it's something that you're not able to like dedicate to,
right?
At least you got the knowledge, and at least I know that if you ever wanted to do it later on, you already know what to do. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard and difficult, and I hate telling people no, but I think the best way for me to grow is to take your time and start small. And once it's good, then I can go on to somewhere else, But maybe I will have to get a team. Maybe I could take them and what they know and what they learn and how they move freight. Then they can come and help, teach or whatever the case may be. But as far as taking 40, 50 people or whatever, girl, I can't do that.
Because a lot of people that's taking 40 and 50 people, this is the thing. They take somebody else's class and then now they take it, they go to Fiverr, they go to Canva, they go to different people and take what they just purchased. And then they say, oh, well, let me teach you how to do this. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people that say they're gurus of this and that or trucking, credit, whatever, they haven't did it. You know how many, like, honestly, I don't put what I do out here. You know what I'm saying? If I feel that I'm going to share it with you, I might share it. But a lot of times I don't. Because it's not my goal to be on the spotlight or anything, because I know who I am. But, you know, it's people who, like I said, they're doing it for the money. Yes, getting paid is the goal. But see, I want you to send somebody else. I want you to, you know, I want it to be quality. You get what I'm saying? Anybody can
right. And that's the perfect thing, because that's the way I feel. Like I'm trying to build a brokerage. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a C.H. Robinson. I'm trying to be a Landstar. I'm trying to be, you know, and I can't do that, right, by just selling classes. You got to get in the trench and you got to work, like, you know, picking up the phone, doing this, and you got to do that. And the thing is, it's like, my company is only going to be as good as what I'm able to teach them and able to do. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, like, you know, don't think of logistics and brokering and being an agent and all that kind of stuff. Don't think that you're going to quit your job tomorrow, right? And you're going to make all this money, right, by the end of the week, because everybody can say, oh, I made $3,000 this week, or I made $4,000. Is that $3,000 gross? Okay. I saw a post one time that said, oh, I moved $7,800 in freight. Okay. That means that you moved $7,800 in freight. Gross, okay. You ain't saying what you took home off the 70. Okay. So it's a little bit like, you know, and when you're on the outside and you don't know about it or what goes on behind, you tend to believe that if I pay this money or if I do this, I'm gonna be doing that too. And a lot of people that, you know, they don't talk about it, they not even doing it, or they haven't moved the load, or they don't even know how to move a load. How much did you pay for this class? $1,500, $1,000. I say, you ain't like got a customer out the class. Like you can't get a customer out the class.
And that's the thing, you have to be realistic, because the lady that scammed me when I got into the credit industry, honey, this is the same woman I went and got me something, because I'm bad about when I got in the truck, and that's when I learned to eat by myself. Sitting there having my food at my favorite restaurant, and the owner, I know him, he was like, oh, well, she's in the trucking too. So the girl turned around and was like, hey, I know you. Long story short, this helpful. Now you didn't scam me out of money. Ask me, could I mentor her in trucking? Why? Because see, the difference with me versus everybody else, all of my businesses I've had for years. See, some people, they're doing it right now because it's hot. You get what I'm saying? And then they're going to move to something else. And my thing is, she said, well, I took such and such class, or I was thinking about doing it, and it was $1,500. I said, well, I'm going to ask you this. Everybody can tell you they have a truck, but have you seen their trucks? Because I don't care what kind of fleet you have, you're going to have some picture of your equipment. I ain't talking about stock photos. How many of their trucks, if you have 25, 30, 40 trucks, at one period of time, you're going to at least get a cluster of them at that yard.
Right.
You're gonna have a yard. My trucks have a yard to park it. You get what I'm saying? That's all about. That's the game. So you're not gonna tell me you took somebody's class and they don't even have a yard. You get what I'm saying? Anybody can go to the truck stop and take a picture in front of a truck. I can go to a lot and take a picture in front of a lot. I ain't got the title in my picture. You get what I'm saying? Right. Have to use their, you know, pay more attention to it. I can go. Yeah, I could have been.
Yeah, it's just the questions that people need to ask before they join a class to make sure that you're going to get what you want out of the class. For example, somebody said, well, when I finish the broker class, am I going to get my certificate? Like, the certificate.
Because that you know what they're trying to do, though. That's what
you can't get a job with a certificate. I mean, you know, it doesn't mean anything. You got to be able to be with somebody if they're going to teach you the right way and how to build your business. If that's what you want to do, you got to be able to be with somebody that's going to teach you how to from point A to point B, and you're actually doing it. By the time you finish, you got you a customer, you are taking care of the loads, you are moving the freight, you're negotiating, you're doing all this kind of stuff. Because if you don't do all of that, it's very hard to get somebody to help you after you took this course and you show up and you like, okay, I took the freight broker, I took the freight broker course, the agent course, and I'm ready to go to work now.
See,
Okay.
the intention is already wrong. You get what I'm saying? They're in it for the wrong thing, and they're just looking at what they can see. They're looking at these glamorized pictures. They're looking at how easy somebody makes it out to be, and that's what they're being sold. You get what I'm saying? They're looking at that lifestyle, and they're thinking, once I get this, I'm ready to go. And that's not true. You got, that's like with trucking. People think, oh well, like I hear a lot of people say that they don't want to go to KLM or any kind of school because they don't want the commitment. But like I told them, so you got your license today. Where are you going to go work?
Right. You got to go train.
Exactly.
You go out there and get you don't have to go to no school to get a license. You can go out there and get a CDL and whatever the case may be. But as soon as you get that CDL, the first thing folks going to ask you is how much experience you got.
Exactly. So
okay, so you gotta go training somewhere. Ain't nobody finna put you in $160,000 vehicle, brand new off the lot, with you fresh out of whatever at the third thing with a CDL. You're gonna have to go get some training. Okay, not no major company, but I always try to, I don't care where people go, it don't matter to me. I mean, that's your money, you can spend it however. I'm not trying to put nobody whatever, it really don't matter to me, because the only thing that I'm trying to focus on is Brock Logistics.
Hello.
Okay. And the only way that I'm going to get to where I need to be is I have to train my own people, right? Because I don't care what class you took, they gonna have a way, I'm gonna have a way. Okay. So I got to show you a way that works under what we do over here.
Right.
Okay. So, hey, whatever floats your boat, whoever you go with, you choose to, God bless you. I love you. It's plenty of money out here for everybody. Okay. So go after what you know. If you want to go get your brokers, hey, if you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. It's just for me and what I got to do. I know what I have to do, and I got to get it from the ground. I got to get it from the mud, and I got to train my own to do what I need them to do to make this brokerage grow. And it ain't going to be overnight. We only been up for what? 6 months.
And see, you want to grow organically versus, buying people. You know what I'm saying? Buying the fake followers or this, and this. You really want to just grow it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because the ones that grow it the right way, they're going to be here a long time.
Right. Well, girl, we've been on this thing, girl. We sit up here talking like it's just me and you, child. I ain't looked at no comments. Nothing. Child, we just talking, having a conversation like me and you. And what I love about, the friendship that we have is that, we always can celebrate each other. You see what I'm saying? And and if one person is going through something and the other person is going through something, we can confide in each other and keep it in the back. You know what I'm saying? And still be out here smiling and going on, okay?
But you called me the other night when I was in a place.
Girl, I gotta come and get you together, honey. We not doing that.
You did.
We're not doing that. You got to shake it off and keep it stepping, girl. You can, girl, Now, let me tell you something. I am not ever, and even if I'm going through something, I done picked up the phone and called you about a couple of
Right.
things, when I'm going through something as well. And that's what people as business owners and women do. We support each other through the good, celebrate each other through the good. Girl, I be waiting on your post. Girl, I be seeing you. Trista be on that. I don't care what I post. Trista gonna love it and share it, okay? That is one thing she gonna do, okay?
And I don't understand people that they just scroll by. Like,
well, girl, I could wake up in the morning and say, God good, Jesus love you, whatever. Girl, Trista is gonna like it and share it, okay?
Girl, don't start.
Trista come up showing trucks, titles, trailers, everything. I be like, that's what I'm talking about. And that's the network of people that you need surrounding you, and in your corner. And you just don't have time for all the other stuff because you got so much going on. You can't entertain it. You got to keep it moving and you got to stay focused. And, with all the businesses that you have and things like that, I'm so glad that you're my friend. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to send you, I'm making my list right now. And, big time friends like you ain't buying no silverware and plates and stuff like that. I'm gonna need a whole living room set for you. Girl,
I know what you mean.
on the housewarming. Can I get a living room set? Okay. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got 4-5 businesses, I'm gonna put you on the bedroom set list. Refrigerator, deep freezer. I'll just give you the address and just send it out to your house. Okay. Exactly. Girl, I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, girl, because I was on some other tangent or whatever, child. I'm sitting up here talking about cargoes, containers, and buying ships, girl.
Like I was like, dog, she started because I didn't see like my messages for Messenger was turned off, so I didn't get the notification. And I was too late to join. Then I said, no, just join anyway.
Girl, so I kept on there, girl. So we're about to go down to the port and talk about the Listen, I was gonna take them shopping to go get a ship or something. We looking at the cargo ships. Okay,
girl.
Child, I'm glad you joined in on the live, child. You saved me, honey. But other than that, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And you guys, if you want, do you want to tell them where you told them where the website is, so they can go on the website, order your products, and follow Trista journey. She's still out here making it happen. And you look at her and it's like, if she could do it, any of you guys can do it as well. Okay, so that's one of my lady trucker friends. Y'all got a chance to see Miss Queen on her 1-year anniversary, out here still doing her thing. Very proud of her. And it's gonna be some more ladies. Okay, so other than that, I love you. Do you have a website, Trista? It's www. Tell me what your website is again.
It's Hemp World Madison. Make sure you put Madison on it. HempWorldMadison.com. We ship out Monday through Saturday. And like if you have a question about a product, you can give us a call 601-707-5358. But I'll drop it in your comments too.
Yeah, and she gonna ship it to you real fast. So whatever problems you have it or whatever the case may be, let her know your skill level. So if you're a virgin, what Trista say? If you're a virgin and you ain't
the difference. We if you're a virgin, I know what to give you. Now, if you've been around the block a couple times, I know where else to take you to. So it's it's enough for everybody.
You got plenty of levels over there. Okay. I wish you much success in your business. Keep growing, keep prospering. I love you. When I get everything together, girl. Child. Huh? When I get everything
for you, girl.
Give me a little time, okay? But when I get everything together, we got to get together and make it happen, okay? But thank you so much, and I appreciate it, and I'll holler at you later, okay?
All right, bye, y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace, love, joy, happiness. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to bring some more of my lady friends, okay? Bring some more of my lady truck drivers so y'all don't just have to listen to me all the time. You can listen to their success stories and the things that they're doing now and trucking as far as buying trucks, also with owning other businesses as well. So guys, I thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope it's been fun. I hope, maybe I told you something that you didn't know before, whatever the case may be. Always keep in mind that anything is possible. Stay focused, stay prayed up, and be safe out there. Okay. I love you. Bye.